So I know you're a busy guy, so I'm not gonna take up too much of your time here, but thank you for sitting down with me, man. This is
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So my first question is you made a name for yourself at John Carroll.
Mhm.
And I'll be honest, the first time I heard about you was the Senior Bowl because you went off at the Senior
Yeah.
Bowl. But I want to know more about like your football story and like
Uh,
how you got to this point.
Shit, that's a crazy story, bro. Out of high school, I had the opportunity to walk on for LSU basketball in 2019. But my first semester, I was there. My mother ended up getting sick, so I had to come back home and take care of family dues and family. Football is no, I mean, basketball is no longer in the vision no more for me. So, I was just gonna go home, get a job, and just try to find my way in life. And I have a little brother that's 19 years old. He plays quarterback at North Greenville University.
Mhm.
Around this time, I think he was still in high school and he just needed me to like catch some passes for him, run some routes in the backyard. So I started doing that, and then bro was like, "Look, bro, you might as well do this. Like, you might as well try to walk on and play football since you're not playing basketball no more." And I was like, you know what? Like, it don't sound like a bad idea because I ain't have nothing else going for me at the time. So then I just started practicing in the backyard with him, like running routes on air, running routes with him, just him just teaching me all the ins and outs as far as in like running a slant, running a curl, because I didn't understand the basics of that at the time. So then I ended up having enough like workout videos and stuff built up to where I ended up going to the University of Houston and I wanted to walk on over there. But with that COVID era, a lot of guys had got that extra year. So guys that was declaring or guys that was transferring stuff, they was coming back to the school. So they just told me straight up, like, hey, bro, we don't have enough spots on the roster for you. So, you can't join the team.
Mhm.
So at that point, I was kind of devastated. I didn't know what to do. So I ended up uploading my workout videos that I had onto Facebook. And there was a guy named Eddie Franca who he had a flag football team out in Miami, Florida. And they had a tournament coming up in Vegas. So he was like, hey, bro, just come to Vegas. Let's see what you got. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, it'd be my first time really showcasing my talents against other people and just seeing like, how I work in the football space. Within that like first couple games, I ended up going crazy.
Mhm.
And the head coach for the flag football team, for the USA flag football team for the Olympics, had told me like, "Hey, bro, like we want you to come play for us." And I was like, "Yeah, it'd be cool, but if I were to go do that, I would lose all my college eligibility, which at the time I was trying to play college football."
Mhm.
And I just told them, "Hey, respectfully, I ain't start playing football to play flag football." So then after that, Eddie, he had some connections to some people, and they ended up sending out my flag football highlight tapes to like different colleges around the nation. And a lot of schools were intrigued and interested by me, but they were just only hesitant because I never put on shoulder pads a day in my
Mhm.
life,
Yeah.
which was valid. So then my tape ended up getting to Nickel State, and then Nickel State, I mean, they took a chance on me. My first year I was there, 2022. I wasn't eligible because I had switched my major so many times in college that I didn't have enough credits towards, a major. And in 2023, I was still a walk-on. I was a starter. Um, I ended up rolling my ankle like the second week, and then I came back and I lost my spot.
Mhm.
And then I had to figure out like, what was my next plan. And then come to find out I had no more D1 eligibility. I only had like D2, D3, NAIA, stuff like that. So I ended up entering my name in the portal. And sure enough, Eddie, the same guy who ran the flag football team, knew my head coach at John Carroll. And then the rest was history.
Damn. Yeah, so and then to add on to that, the Senior Bowl,
Mhm.
how did that like come together? And then, bro, you went off there.
Yeah.
You went off.
So after my last season at Carroll, I ended up getting invited to the American Bowl.
Hmm.
And at the American Bowl, like I guess like, colleges and stuff, I show like little glimpse of like, my abilities here and there. I wouldn't say I popped off the same way at the Senior Bowl that I did at the American Bowl, but I did show at the American Bowl that I could play. I could play with the best of them. So, I mean, I ended up going crazy at the American Bowl. I remember the morning of the game, Coach Scott Phillips, he was my one of my coaches on the American Bowl team, and he's the director of the American Bowl, and he called me into the office. I was like, hey man, just want to let you know you just got invited to the Senior Bowl. So I actually found out the morning of the American Bowl game that I got invited to the Senior Bowl. So now I ended up getting invited to the Senior Bowl. I just went in there with the same the same mindset that I had going into the American Bowl. Like, I didn't want to get too high, I didn't want to get too low, but at the same time, I did want to show everybody, show coaches, show the other players and stuff like, look, bro, just come D3 don't mean nothing. So that was the mindset I went in with, and then sure enough, like, y'all seen the rest.
And then my next question is OTAs and you had rookie minicamp and OTAs
Yeah.
this summer. How's that gone so far?
Yeah, it's been going smooth. I feel like the big adjustment, just like playbook, I feel like that
Yeah.
goes for any rookie, just because
Yeah.
like you going into a franchise and a coaching staff to where you're not familiar with the language and stuff like that. But I feel like, my coaches at John Carroll, Coach B, Coach Trav, Coach Rover, all them like kind of helped me as far as in learning languages like on a blimp like that because I did it at Carroll and just like being in a pro style offense. It's like the same stuff, just different verbiage.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the first week or so, I feel like I remember my first practice at OTAs. I kind of like I feel like it was my worst practice because I
Hmm.
didn't I didn't I wasn't in a routine yet. So like I went out there for practice and they was calling out plays and stuff. I'm like, damn, I really like, what's going on. It was so frantic for me. So then I
Yeah.
ended up getting in the routine and I ended up asking like some of my teammates like, some of the vets like what they do and then I end up going through like I be going through the walkthrough in the hotel or like I just I'm just always looking over and always like, grasping the information so that over time it just started becoming secondhand nature.
Yeah. Speaking of the vets, like, is there like a veteran right now who's like been taking you under his wing and like showing you the way?
Yeah, I would say so we got a receiver named Lance.
Yeah.
Uh Lance, that's my dog. I'll say Hook,
Hook.
Hooker, the quarterback, yeah, yeah. And then
Hmm.
I'll say Red, Calvin Ridley.
Calvin
Calvin
Ridley.
Ridley,
Yeah.
he actually just that's it's crazy because like um I would say like I manifested that like Calvin really been one of my favorite players. Like when I first started playing football in the backyard with my brother, that's what I was watching on YouTube. Like I was
Yeah.
watching Red on YouTube. So it's like crazy. Like, I met Red like last week. And like, I would just show him my respect, like telling him like, look, bro, like I really mimic my game after you. Like the way you
Yeah.
move, your body style, like all that stuff. Like I really love your game. So, he took a liking towards me and in the off season we gonna get some work in together. So it just be nice and fun to really, learn from him and see
Yeah.
what he does.
So how's the quarterback room looking? Cam Ward's obviously who everyone like pays attention to, but as you mentioned, Hendon Hooker is also
Mhm.
there and Will Levis.
Yeah.
So how's the quarterback room looking?
Yeah, the quarterback room is looking solid, real solid. I feel like we have three great quarterbacks. I mean, Cam, Cam is Cam, of course, but I feel like, Will and Hook, they be doing their thing at practice, and, I can't complain. I'm just
Yeah.
grateful, to catch passes from all three of them and just,
Mm.
have them trust me and know and show them that I know what I'm doing out there on the field.
Any funny Cam Ward stories so far?
Uh, uh, the whole thing about like showing up to the meetings like 5:30 in the morning, that's real. Like we
Yeah.
really doing that.
Yeah.
And then like I guess it's the way he be talking to players, like the way he be trash talking and stuff. Like it'd be funny to see. Like,
Yeah.
like he really just be out there, he being himself. So I do take a liking towards that. He doesn't it doesn't seem like he changed himself as far as in like what I remember. I actually threw with Cam at the passing academy. There was the Peyton Manning passing academy. We
Mhm.
had it a couple years ago at Nichols. I think it was like 2023. And that's when I first met Cam. And I remember whenever we was on the field at OTAs, the first day of practice, I was like, look, bro, I don't know if you remember me, but I was back at Nichols with you catch a pass. He was like, bro, I knew I remembered you from somewhere. So like that was cool to like, like a familiar face, just
Mhm.
him remembering from the Manning camp. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this coaching staff, this new Titans coaching staff, you're working with Robert Sala, Brian Dable. You've been working a little bit on special teams with Coach Bones Fossil, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then also with Greg Lewis, who's coached a
Yeah.
ton of great receivers. So
Mhm.
how's that been with the coaching staff?
It's been fun. I feel like um they've been on my tail a little bit,
Mhm.
coming after me, which I mean I appreciate that because I mean it shows that they care. So
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I grew up from a military background, so like the hard coaching and people being hard on me and stuff like that really isn't. It doesn't really phase me at all.
Yeah.
It's just, I just been a student of the game, just open to learning, and just taking notes, just knowing like I'm just a raw athletic talent, and I
Yeah.
want to be able to like really, sharpen my axe and really like see the best version of me, seeing
Mhm.
what the best player I can be.
Yeah. And throughout like the years, has there been like a football mentor? You kind of mentioned it with like some of your college coaches, but like a mentor who's like really helped you like along the way and get you, to this point.
I'll probably say my brother.
Your brother, yeah,
Yeah, my brother, my little brother. He really
yeah.
smart. Like he really, I mean, shit. He played quarterback. He graduated with like I want to say like a 4.8 or something like that. My
Jeez.
brother, yeah, my brother like really, really smart. And I mean, he a big student of the game. So I mean, he the reason why I even got into this space in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So like him just, I guess, helped me be there along the way. Whenever I'm struggling, I'll call him. We'll go over the playbook together. We'll talk it out and stuff like that. So I really say my brother.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then one last question here. I gotta know.
Uh,
Carnell Tate, how has it been
yeah.
playing with Carnell Tate, practicing with Carnell Tate, being in the same
Yeah.
receiver room as Carnell Tate?
Yeah, that's my dog. I
Yeah.
mean, me and Carnell, I mean, that's my dog. I be hanging out with him outside of football and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, just seeing him work, seeing
Yeah.
him grind and stuff like that. I mean, it's nice to see. Young player for sure. He really has his head on his shoulders. Like you could tell he focused on the main thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like he really focused on the end goal.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a few things in common in our background. Like both of our mothers passed away not too long ago. So like I feel
Mhm.
like we kind of bonded over that too. But I mean, he a great guy, a great player on the field and off the field. I mean, great friend too.
Yeah. And then one more. Why did you pick the Titans when you were at UDFA? Because you were one of the top UDFAs around the
Yeah,
league. Everyone wanted you, and you picked the
yeah.
Titans. Why was
Yeah.
that?
Um, uh, I mean, I feel like it was a sign,
Hmm.
you know. It's crazy enough, my college quarterback and my college tight end at Carroll, they both from Nashville. And so we used to talk about stuff back at school during the season, like, bro, what if you end up playing for Tennessee Titans? And then sure
Hmm.
enough, like, as the draft process going around like fifth, sixth round, I kind of that's the team that was like showing me the most love, I feel like.
Hmm.
And so then like I felt like it was just in my best interest to go with, who wants you, like who's showing you the most love, and that's why I chose, Tennessee for sure.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for
Uh-huh.
sitting down with me for this interview, and man, good luck in the future. I know mandatory mini camps coming up,
Yeah, yeah,
and then you guys got OTAs and training camp. So
yeah.
best of luck moving forward, man. I'm a big fan of you and gonna root for you, man.
I bet. Appreciate it,
All right,
bro.
got you, man. All right, I'll catch you.
All right.